What is up, my fellow Cobra Kai fans? This one is going to be just me talking a little bit about the dynamic change. I touched upon this in a recent video with Kreese being the master manipulator, playing Johnny and Daniel up against each other. But I wanted to talk a little bit about this, and that is, how will the dynamic change now between Kreese and Silver? Because if we go off of the back of Karate Kid 3, you can quite visibly see in that film that Kreese takes more of a back seat. He's still there, but he's not so much the manipulator, pulling the strings and doing all of that. He's kind of just sort of going along with it. And I think Ken Cole's explanation and breakdown of it is really great and really something. So if you haven't seen that, make sure you go and check it out. I think it's sat there at like 500,000 views. But it's a really well done video, and it touches on why Silver is just... him and Kreese almost switch positions in Karate Kid Part 3. And I bring this up because I've often theorized that, you know, Kreese and Silver, they're going to be loyal to each other for whole of Season 4. But there's something in my gut telling me there's going to be friction between these two down the line. There is going to be something that causes a wedge between these two. And it's not the All Valley. As I've said, and I was one of the first to say this, may I say, the All Valley is going to be won by Cobra Kai. Robbie is winning that thing. Okay, so that's that. Could be wrong, but I feel like that would be a natural progression to take the show. And then also, it would serve Kreese and Silver because we haven't seen them win on screen. We haven't. We've heard about it, but we've not actually seen them win on screen. So I would really like that to be the case. But let's say, for example, that's out the way. They've won the All Valley, blah, blah, blah. Let's focus on other aspects. Seeing how Silver interacts with Kreese this season is going to be interesting and could lay the groundwork for the potential friction, because Kreese has an affinity to Tori, he has a care for Robbie, and he cares for Johnny. You know, I know they went and duked it out with each other, but he sees Johnny as his son, he sees Robbie as his grandson, and he sees Tori as someone that he can really help and sympathize with. And I think that is going to be the difference between Silver and Kreese. That will always be the difference. Now, whether Kreese gets your traditional Hollywood death of the you know, tragic hero dies with redemption, Darth Vader type storyline, maybe. He could be evil all the way to the end. You never know. But I think, and the way Ken explained it, is that if you look at Karate Kid 3, anytime Terry Silver makes a decision, John Kreese is an afterthought. He just brings up John Kreese just randomly afterwards. He's like, I'm going to open up Cobra Kai dojos all over this valley. You know, Cobra Kai karate, John Kreese's karate, or whatever. Like, he's like an afterthought. And I get the impression that Silver will enjoy working with his buddy again, like old times. It will be like, you know, Daniel and Johnny versus Kreese and Silver. It's going to be interesting. But I just feel like there could be some tension down the road. Not this season. It's too soon. This season, they need to be 100% on the same page, and we're going to get them to just having a laugh. Like, I mean, I've said it in many recent videos. I could see a scene where Silver and Kreese are literally getting a drink at a bar, a bit like Johnny and his boys did, and they start a bar fight, and they go, party time. I just don't know. I could just see there being some kind of scenes like that. And I've often said there's going to be the inverse, where Kreese says it to Johnny in Season 2, I'm getting worried about you, Johnny. I could see Silver doing something along the same lines. I'm getting worried about you, Johnny. Something like that. Something like that. There could be a wedge that's driven between these two in future. However, for the foreseeable, these two are on the same page. This is their version of a redemption story, and this is their win. It's got it written all over it. If they don't win, I'm going to be very surprised. Like, it's just got Cobra Kai win written all over this. You know, the movies were about Miyagi-Do winning. This is about Cobra Kai winning. And it's not that Miyagi-Do couldn't win, or Eagle Fang couldn't win. It's just that I feel like it would be too safe. We have an opportunity here to go into the unknown. An opportunity to really push forward in a bold new direction. You know, I'm all for the bold. You know, I really prefer just, you know, going in uncharted territory, you know, and seeing where things end up, because it can lead to some really interesting and intricate stories that I think would really serve this show. And this is why I said this is going to be like the Empire Strikes Back of Cobra Kai. This isn't going to end well. You know, it's not going to end well for the good guys at all. And with regards to the All Valley, I could see it being split across 2 episodes. I really could, because there's a lot to get through. But back to the topic of Kreese and Silver. There's a lot at play here for these 2 characters. There is a lot at play. And one thing that I'm really excited for is just the dynamic. You know, hence the video here. It's just seeing how the dynamic works. For the past 2-3 seasons, Kreese has been the, you know, no one's truly the villain in this show, but for all intents and purposes, he's the villain. You know, antagonistic type, you know, he's the villain. So if you bring Silver into that, how does the dynamic shift? You know, you can't have, for every villain, there needs to be an understudy. Which one of them's going to be the understudy? You know, Darth Vader's a baddie. He's a villain. But the Emperor is a leap and bound above. Snoke, Kylo Ren, same thing. You know, there is someone that is above them in the villain hierarchy. So does that mean Silver is going to potentially become a, you know, come in and be even worse than Kreese and take that villain spot? Or is it going to be like a shared thing? Are they going to share the space for now? And then eventually Silver's going to seek to take control? You know, it could be anything. And as I've said, if Kreese has that sort of Darth Vader sort of redemption story arc in him, I mean, you know, whether he gets it or not, I don't know, but he has a lot of similarities to Darth Vader. Who's the Palpatine? I'm just saying it could be Silver. You know, he is more maniacal. This dude is literally insane. You know, he's a rich, you know, billionaire, millionaire, whatever. He lives this lavish lifestyle, and he comes all the way to go and cause turmoil to an old man and a teenager. Like, that's how crazy this dude is. But guys and girls, jump in the comment section down below. I'm interested to see what conversation this actually sparks, because the thing that interests me the most is it's just the dynamic between these 2, and it's something that I'm excited to see how the writers are going to balance it. You know, knowing how much development Kreese has got, you know, knowing how much, I mean, you know, think of like where season 3 ended up. Kreese was the overall villain. Like, how do you top that? Like, it's going to be so interesting to see that. And bringing Silver in adds a level to this show that didn't exist before. Like, it wasn't there. Like, it was there, but Kreese is a different kind of villain. Silver adds a different layer to this show. And this is why I say nothing's off the table anymore. You could see things like things getting burned down or whatever, because Silver is crazy. This dude is mad. Like, he's insane. And, you know, I could see them both in the end of this show having soldiers' deaths, you know, because they haven't left the war. They're still in the battlefield. Guys and girls, I'll see you down in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about this dynamic shift. Do you think Kreese is still going to be the King Cobra? Or do you think Silver's going to, you know, say, hey, you know, you're blinded. I have a clear vision. I can see clearly. I can see clearer, you know. All that kind of jazz. So guys and girls, I'll see you down there. And, yeah. If you don't subscribe to the channel, I'm getting worried about you, Johnny.